Working nights is weird. You see stuff regular people don't. Hear things that make no sense. Meet people you wish you hadn't. I talked to three workers who had experiences they can't explain: a security guard, a gas station clerk, a warehouse guy. None of them expected anything strange, just another shift, right? Clock in, do your job, go home. Wrong. What happened to them? It stuck. Years later, they still think about it, still lose sleep over it. Turn your lights off if you want. Headphones on. Get comfortable. Here's what really happens when the sun goes down. Ryan got his security job at 23. Needed the money, didn't care about the hours. The hospital had 3 buildings. 2 were normal. Doctors, nurses, patients. Busy all the time. Then there was McCam Building. Nobody liked McCam. The place had been empty for 15 years. Budget problems or something. They just locked it up and built newer stuff. But security still had to check it. Twice a shift. Make sure nobody broke in. 4 floors of empty patient rooms. Dusty wheelchairs in the corners. Old medical equipment nobody bothered moving. The air inside felt wrong. Heavy. Like breathing soup. Ryan never went alone. His buddy Frank came with him. They'd speed through all 4 floors in maybe 20 minutes. Get in, get out. First floor had this glass cabinet behind the old nurse's station. 5 dolls inside. Handmade nurse dolls about a foot tall. White uniforms with red crosses. Their faces creeped Ryan out. Painted eyes that seemed to follow you. Smiles that looked frozen. He tried not to look. Didn't always work. One night, this other guard, Mark, pulled Ryan aside. "You know about those dolls?" Mark asked. "What about them?" "Nurses used to say they moved. Like, you'd leave them facing one way, come back, they're looking somewhere else." Ryan laughed. Somebody was messing around. "Maybe, but there's this thing. A dare, I guess. You knock on room 333 3 times at 3:30 a.m. People say the dolls wake up." "That's dumb." Mark grinned. "Prove it. Let's do it tonight." Ryan should have said no. He didn't. Boredom, probably. Or maybe he wanted to show Mark how stupid it was. That night, 3:30 a.m. 3 guards standing outside McCam. Ryan, Frank, Mark. They walked through the dark first floor. Flashlights cutting through blackness. Their footsteps echoed weird. Up to the 3rd floor. Room 333 was halfway down. Ryan checked his watch. 3:32. Nobody talked. Frank kept shifting around. Mark was breathing loud through his nose. 3:33. Ryan knocked. 3 times. Slow and hard. The sound bounced off the walls. They waited. 30 seconds of nothing. "See," Ryan started saying. "It's just..." Slam. A door crashed shut downstairs. They all jumped. "What door was that?" Frank whispered. They were alone. Ryan had the only keys. Nobody else could get in. "We gotta check," Ryan said. They went down. Slow. Ryan first, Frank behind him, Mark practically glued to Frank's back. First floor. Ryan checked every door with his flashlight. All closed. Nothing weird. Then he looked at the glass cabinet. Empty. All 5 dolls. Gone. "No way," Frank said. "No. Someone took them. Someone's here." But they knew. Nobody had passed them. Nobody was there. Above them, footsteps. Running across the ceiling. Small feet. Fast. The sound went from one end of the hall to the other. Stopped. Ran back. 3 times. Then silence. "We have to find them," Ryan said. He didn't want to. Every part of him screamed to run, but he couldn't leave. Not yet. Second floor. A tinkling sound greeted them, like little bells. Ryan aimed his light down the hallway. Something small darted around a corner, doll-sized. They moved forward. When they got there, nothing, just an empty hallway. Third floor was too quiet. They checked every room, every closet, nothing. Fourth floor. The footsteps started again. Closer, way closer. A door at the end of the hallway slammed shut. Ryan hadn't seen it open. Just boom, closed. Mark was praying, whispering prayers. Frank looked sick. They walked to the door. Ryan grabbed the handle. His hand was sweating bad. He yanked it open. Empty room. Just a metal ladder going up. Roof access. "They're up there," Frank said. His voice sounded dead. Ryan climbed, pushed the hatch open. Cold air blasted his face. He pulled himself up. In the middle of the roof, 4 dolls sat in a perfect circle, facing each other, like they'd been talking. 4 dolls, not 5. Ryan grabbed them. They felt ice cold, too cold for normal fabric. He climbed down fast. They all ran back to the main building. Ryan shoved the dolls in the cabinet and locked it. He counted. 1, 2, 3, 4. "There were 5, right?" he asked. Frank shrugged. "I don't know, man. Never counted before." Next morning, Ryan checked in daylight. 4 dolls. Neat little row. He asked other guards. Most thought 5. Some said 4. Nobody was sure. Ryan found an old photo on the security office wall, from when McCam was still open. You could see the nurse's station in the background. He counted the dolls in the cabinet. 5. There should be 5. That was 8 months ago. Ryan still works there. Every morning, around 3:33, he hears little footsteps running past his office. Quick steps that fade out. Sometimes, in McCam, he hears giggling. A kid's laugh from empty rooms. He never found the 5th doll. Doesn't want to, honestly. Emma was 19. Third shift at a gas station paid decent. Better than fast food. The place sat on Route 47, 3 miles outside a small Pennsylvania town. Days were busy. Nights, dead. 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Maybe 10 customers total, sometimes less. Easy work. Ring stuff up, stock shelves, clean. She could read between customers, study for college. Overnight, the doors stayed locked. Too risky to leave them open. Customers paid through the service window. Emma liked the quiet. Time to think. That changed in October. Thursday night, 2:45 a.m. Emma was restocking cigarettes when she noticed a guy on the security monitor, standing at pump 7. He'd been there a while. Not pumping gas, not on his phone. Just standing, staring at the building, at her. She watched the camera. The guy didn't move. Dark sedan, black or navy. Couldn't see the plate. 5 minutes, still there. 10 minutes, still staring. 15 minutes. Emma's stomach started feeling weird. Finally, he started pumping. But he kept looking at the building. Never looked away. Never looked at the pump. Her skin crawled. He finished and walked toward the service window. Emma went back to face him. Stay professional. He didn't say anything at first, just stood there, looking at her through the glass. Maybe 40 years old, average height, thin, dark hair, blank face. "Can I help you?" Emma asked. "You work here alone?" Her stomach dropped. "No, my manager is in back doing paperwork." Lie. Her manager left at midnight every night. The guy smiled. It didn't reach his eyes. Just his mouth moved. "Good," he said. "Wouldn't want you alone. Dangerous. Young girl. Late night. All by herself." The way he said it made her sick. He paid an exact change, counting each coin slow, making her wait. When he left, Emma locked the window and went to the back office, watched the cameras as his car drove away. She wrote his plate number on a sticky note. Next night, Friday, 2:47 a.m. Same guy, same pump, same staring routine. Emma's heart sank when she saw him on the monitor. He came to the window again. "You again," she said. "I like this station. Convenient. Good prices." He paused. "Nice view at night." The way he looked at her when he said view made her want to throw up. Saturday, 2:48 a.m. He showed up. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, every single night. Emma told her manager Wednesday morning, showed him the footage, gave him the plate number. Her manager said he'd look into it, maybe call the police. Nothing happened. He never mentioned it again. Thursday night, 1 week since this started. The guy showed up at 2:45. Different this time. He didn't pump gas, just stood by his car, staring. Emma tried ignoring him, kept her back to the windows. 10 minutes passed. She checked the camera. Still there. She called her manager. No answer. Called again. Voicemail. On the monitor, the guy started walking. Not toward the service window, toward the main door. The locked door. Emma's heart pounded. She ran to check. Was it locked? She always checked it. But what if she forgot? She grabbed the handle. Locked. Thank God. The guy reached the door 5 seconds later, grabbed the handle, pulled hard, didn't open. He looked right at Emma, 5 feet away. Eye contact. He smiled. Then he walked around the building, testing every door, every window, full circle. Emma grabbed her phone, hands shaking, dialed 911. "There's a man trying to break in. He's been stalking me." The dispatcher kept her on the line, sent cops. The guy finished his circle, got in his car, sat there, didn't leave, just sat there, watching. Police came 12 minutes later, 2 cars, lights flashing. He was gone by then, just vanished. Officers took her statement, wrote the plate number down, checked the footage. "We'll patrol more," one said. "We'll run the plate. If he comes back, call right away." Emma asked for day shift that morning. Her manager said yes immediately. 3 weeks later, Emma was watching news at home. Breaking news: a gas station clerk in Harrisburg was attacked during overnight shift. The suspect broke in through a back window around 3 a.m. They showed his mugshot. Emma couldn't breathe. Him, the watcher. The news kept going. Police found a notebook in his car, gas station addresses across 3 counties, times when female employees worked alone. Emma's station was on that list. She knew it. The clerk in Harrisburg survived, barely, fought back, hit the alarm, locked herself in back. If that door had been unlocked, if Emma forgot to check it, if he got inside. She doesn't think about it, can't. She still works there. Day shift only, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Lots of people around. But sometimes, when she's closing at 3 and the next person's late, that feeling comes back, like someone's watching. She always checks behind her now, always aware, because she knows what's out there, and she knows how close it was. Marcus worked at Miller Food Distribution for 2 years. Huge warehouse, 3 football fields long, 30-foot ceilings, pallets everywhere. Overnight crew was 3 people. Move inventory, stock shelves, prep orders, physical work. Marcus didn't mind. Good pay, benefits, and he could listen to music. Tuesday in March, both his coworkers called in sick, flu or something. His supervisor called at 9 p.m. "Can you work alone tonight? Double time. Everything's organized. Just move the frozen stuff to loading." Marcus said yes. Double pay was hard to turn down. He showed up at 10, empty parking lot, just his car. The warehouse looked bigger when nobody else was there, darker, emptier. He unlocked the side door and punched in. Lights flickered on automatically, row by row. He grabbed an electric pallet jack and started working. Frozen goods were in back storage, 300 feet from the entrance. Quiet except for the freezer hum and his footsteps. He put earbuds in, started a podcast. Around 1:30, his phone died. Podcast cut out. Marcus sighed, pulled the earbuds out. Now he had to work in silence. He got on the pallet jack and drove toward back storage. The motor whined. That's when he heard it. Whistling. Somebody was whistling a tune, slow and sad, coming from deep in the warehouse, from where he was heading. He stopped the jack. Motor went quiet. The whistling continued, clear. A person whistling a song he didn't know. "Hello?" Marcus called out. Echo. Then silence. The whistling stopped. He waited 30 seconds. Nothing. Just pipes, he thought. Or the vents. Old buildings make noise. He started the jack again, kept going. The whistling came back, louder, clearer. Not pipes, not vents. A person. Marcus gripped the controls tight. He thought about leaving, calling his boss. But he needed those frozen goods moved. Morning trucks came at 6. If orders weren't ready, the company lost contracts. He reached back storage and stopped. Pallets were there, stacked high, wrapped in plastic. The whistling was behind them. "This isn't funny," Marcus shouted. "I know you're there. You're trespassing. I'm calling the cops." The whistling changed. Faster. Crazy fast. The tune went wrong. Marcus grabbed his phone. Dead. Right. He ran to the pallet jack and grabbed the radio on the dashboard. Called his supervisor. "Dale, it's Marcus. Someone's in here. I hear them whistling. Call the cops." Then Dale's sleepy voice. "What? Marcus?" "Someone's here. Behind the pallets in back. They're whistling." "Get out. Don't look. Just leave. I'm calling 911." Marcus ran. Behind him, the whistling got louder. Sounded like it was chasing him. The tune became twisted, almost screaming. A whistled scream. He ran full speed, boots pounding concrete, gasping for air. The whistling echoed everywhere. walls, ceiling, surrounding him. He burst through the side door into the parking lot. Cold March air hit his face, kept running to his car. Fumbled his keys, got in, locked everything. He looked back, lights still on in the warehouse, nothing moving. The whistling stopped. Police came 18 minutes later. 2 cars, 4 officers. Dale showed up right after in his truck. They searched everything, every aisle, every storage area, every office and bathroom. Nobody there. All doors locked from inside. No broken windows. Loading bay chained up. Security cameras showed Marcus entering at 10:02 p.m. Nobody else. Police filed a report. No evidence of anyone. Dale took Marcus to the security office. "You need to see this." He pulled up camera footage, fast-forwarded to 1:35 a.m. On screen, Marcus on the pallet jack, driving to back storage. Then he stopped, looked around, started yelling at nothing, got off the jack, shouted at empty air, grabbed the radio, made the call, then ran, alone, through the warehouse. Dale turned the audio on. Marcus heard himself. "This isn't funny. I know you're there." No whistling on the recording, just Marcus's voice and background noise. "I heard it," Marcus said, "clear as anything." Dale rubbed his face. "Marcus, I gotta tell you something. This warehouse got built in 1985. Before that, textile factory. In 1974, a guy died here, fell from upper storage, broke his neck." He paused. "Old guys who worked here in the 80s and 90s talked about whistling. Same sad tune, always from the back. The guy who died, he used to whistle while working. Everyone knew him for it." Marcus felt cold. "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because it's just stories. Nobody heard anything in years. Thought it was legends." Marcus stood up. "I quit. Not coming back." "Marcus, wait. Nothing to talk about. I heard what I heard. Done." He left that night. Got a grocery store job 2 weeks later. Day shift. People everywhere. But sometimes, late at night, trying to sleep, he hears it again. Faint, far away. That sad, slow whistling. Always there, edge of his hearing, like it followed him. He turns on a fan, plays music, tries ignoring it. Some nights, in the quiet between sounds, he hears it, still whistling.